Hi, dear students. Let's do this MCQ from May June 2021, paper 1 1, question number 4. Okay, be sure to read the question carefully because understanding the question is half of the answer. All right, so what does the question says? Shula's financial year ends on 31st March. On 1st April 2021, there was a credit balance of $100 on Yasmin's account in Shula's purchase ledger. Okay, what does this mean? Now, this kind of questions can be very tricky because there are two names and somebody has inside someone's account, and that becomes very confusing. So, you have to be very clear who is who and who is recording for who, and you are answering on whose behalf. That is very important. So, Shula's financial year ends on 31st March. That means looks like we are focusing more on Shula here first. And then it says on 1st April 2021, there was a credit balance of 100 on Yasmin's account in Shula's purchase ledger. Now, we are actually talking about Shula's purchase ledger. That's what we have right now. So, in Shula's purchase ledger is actually, if you don't know already, it is suppliers T accounts. Suppliers T account. Actually, suppliers, no apostrophe, just suppliers apostrophe later. So it can be not one supplier, there are more than one supplier, and combination of all these T accounts. Let's say you have supplier A, supplier B, supplier C, supplier D, E, F, G. There are so many suppliers, they all have their separate T accounts. All of this group of T accounts of suppliers is known as purchase ledger. So what they're trying to say is Yasmin is in the purchase ledger of Shula. That means Yasmin must be a supplier of Shula. That's why she is under purchase ledger, and that's why she has an account under Shula's purchase ledger. So now what does this mean actually? So options are Shula had paid 100 to Yasmin. Okay, Shula owed 100 to Yasmin. Yasmin had paid 100 to Shula, or Yasmin owed 100 to Shula. So there are only two type of question here: had paid or owed. Had paid or owed, but the names change here. Now, had paid means cash paid here. Had paid means cash or bank paid. But in the transaction above, it does not show anywhere that some anything was paid by cash or bank or check. So looks like it is just a balance. It's a balance. It's not a payment or a receipt. So paid is actually not the answer. So that's the distractor. So we take out that wrong answer first. So that technically somebody is owing someone. Why? Because there's a credit balance. Credit is normally only three things. Can be credit balance, it could be capital, it could be liability, or it could be revenue. These are the three things which have credit balance in the trial balance as well. Only these three things. Now, but when it says owed to some person, not the owner, owed to any normal person, then that makes it clear that it is definitely a liability. So somebody is owing someone, and it is definite that the answer is either B or D. But who is owing who? That's one thing. So is Shula owing to Yasmin 100, or Yasmin owing 100 to Shula? Now, who is the supplier? Here we understand that Shula's purchase ledger, hence Yasmin is the supplier. There is a Yasmin account somewhere in Shula's purchase ledger. That means Shula has purchased from Yasmin, then Shula has to pay Yasmin as well, because Shula has purchased from Yasmin, not Yasmin has purchased from Shula. So in this case, if there is a credit balance in Yasmin's account, credit balance here, that means Shula has recorded this credit balance, indicating that Shula, owes Yasmin 100 and she still has to pay this. That's why the answer is Shula owed $100 to Yasmin. Now, this question can be confusing, so you have to maybe look at this video again and again. And if there's any question, you can post in the comments below so that I can answer it later on. And for the notes, you can actually go to the description and look at the control account format and notes there, so you can see purchase ledger control account. So I hope you have found this question useful and understood the answer. But don't worry, if you didn't understand fully, you must have understood something, and something is better than nothing.